Hello, and welcome back to the UFred10 podcast series. If you're joining us for the first time today, my name is Sekerka, and I manage the Marketing and Communications Department here at the University of Fredericton. Joining us today, we have Mike Sekerka. Mike completed his Executive MBA program with the Sandra Mullen School of Business in 2010, and he is currently the Chief Executive Officer at NetTech Technologies Corp. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike, can we get started just by getting you to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So I live in Ottawa. I'm married with a daughter who just started Acadia University engineering. I'm an engineer by training. I went to RMC and started a career in the military, and then left the military in '95, and I've been working in high-tech ever since in a variety of roles in systems engineering and product marketing and manufacturing. And I'm currently running a high-tech startup, which is a spin-out out of a space company here in Ottawa, and we're commercializing a number of space technologies in the 3D sensor area.
Wow, that's really interesting. So what was it that drove you to continue your education with UFred, Mike?
So I was actually part of the inaugural class at UFred. At the time, I was looking to broaden my general management skills, and through a personal contact with the university, the opportunity arose to do an executive MBA through UFred. Key there was the ability to do that remotely and online, because I travel a lot for work, and that did allow me to take classes from places as far away as Malaysia.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So have you found that your education from UFred has enhanced your career then?
Well, very much so. The program is very good. It provided a good theoretical framework for a lot of knowledge that I'd already accumulated through just working in industry and in companies, but it also enhanced some of those areas. So now in my current role, I can understand that I can balance all the different aspects required to run a business. So I can understand what my CFO is telling me about what needs to be done on the financial side, but I'm also comfortable understanding manufacturing operations, product marketing, and I went through the leadership stream at UFred, so some of those elements and techniques and reference frameworks come in very handy when you're trying to look at, say, HR issues or leadership issues.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like you've got a pretty holistic approach there. So if you had to pick a standout moment from your UFred education during the time that you were going through it, what would you say that it would have been?
When I finally finished it. How's that?
Yeah, that's not the only one who has said that.
It was a very good program. We tried to do it in 2 years. Because of all the traveling to Malaysia, I had to sort of take a 6-month break in the middle, because there was just too much going on. So we finished it in, I think, just under 3 years, which is fine. But actually, that goes back to both the quality and the flexibility of the UFred program, because you're able to balance your work life, your family life, and the education, and that was actually really important. Some of the traditional executive MBAs, where you basically spend 2 years every weekend in classrooms and so on, they just aren't compatible with the pace of life, both career-wise and personally, and I was not prepared to commit to that. So that was actually really important to this program.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. I'm glad to hear it. So what do you see as being the primary benefit of your UFred education now that you've been out for a little while, you graduated in 2010 and that kind of thing, so you've had some time?
It certainly has allowed me it helps me do my current job, which is probably the most complicated one I've ever done, because it covers all aspects of running a business, and the UFred program touches on all those aspects. So kind of as I said, I'm able to understand what all the different parts of the business are asking of me, and I'm able to decode that and balance it in my decision making.
Absolutely.
Without the program, we could still do it, but you wouldn't have as good a foundation to kind of bring in that you wouldn't be able to bring in the foundation to help you make those decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that. So, Mike, where do you see yourself going professionally, academically, that sort of thing? You've been out of UFred since 2010 now. So, where do you see yourself headed next?
Well, I think career-wise, I'm having way too much fun in this job, so I think we're going to continue doing this for a while. Academically, I have 3 university degrees. I think I probably have enough. And although there's, so one of the areas that I deal a lot with lawyers and legal issues. I'm not a lawyer by training. I've picked up a bit of it, so certainly, some additional training in those specific fields might be interesting at some point to pursue. Intellectual property law is quite relevant in my current business, so there's some interesting areas there, but I don't think I'm doing another degree anytime soon.
Understandable. So, Mike, we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary here, and obviously we're quite proud of that. So what would you say makes you proud to have completed your education with UFred?
Well, I think I'm proud to have been part of the inaugural class, and it's hard to believe that that's sort of almost 10 years ago. So that's great. And I think the type of education that UFred provides by being, remotely accessible, being very flexible, and still maintaining an excellent quality is key to where education needs to go, because life's getting really busy. It's difficult to maintain life, maintain a balance in life, and these sort of innovative models of delivering continuing education are really key for all of us to continue to remain relevant in our careers.
Absolutely. So before we let you go here, Mike, is there anything else that you'd want to tell us about your UFred experience?
Not particularly. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It is a lot of work and a lot of commitment, but as I said, some of those characteristics of the education are really key. It was a very positive experience for me.
Well, that's great to hear. Well, thank you for joining us today, Mike. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure, and congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you very much.